And I'm just now going live actually on Facebook. I mean, on YouTube. So I'll let everybody get into the YouTube one before I start talking again. I literally just wanted to make sure that my stuff was transmuting from one chat to another. Okay, it is. So we're good. Okay, and I have that on that. So I do not have to keep that up. I don't really want to keep that stream up because it slows my stuff down. Okay. So that's what I wanted to do with that. And I'm not really worried about going to YouTube, but anyways, okay, so, and if you are on Twitch, I think that my Twitch is putting the chat over in my Ninja chat thing. I do not check chat a lot of times, like I was saying, and I don't know if anybody even heard me, but I do lives just because it's a pain for me to try to record the videos and then put them out half the time because my editor thing, I hate editing, so it's better for me just to do a live because I'm not going to edit it. Just how it happens is how it happens, and that's the way I live my life. I don't like editing. Even if I had 1 million followers, I probably would not edit because it is what it is. I might need to edit my face, my eyes. Anyways, y'all may have some black under my eyes because I literally just kind of left the makeup on. I slept in and just kind of washed my face a little bit. So, and the camera that I'm looking at, which is my phone, as I was saying before, my Twitch will not work on my stream elements for this on my computer that I have my YouTube hooked to. So I just put stream elements on my phone, a whole nother, account, and just hooked my Twitch account to my phone. And then on my computer has my YouTube. And I just give everybody on Facebook a thing with a link because Facebook, like, my settings won't stay fixed. And I guess it's streaming, but what happens is because you have to hit public on every stream you do, it's not doing that. And so when I'm done streaming, it just takes it off of Facebook. So I said, forget trying to have 3 different devices to get it to work right because I can do multiple, I can stream in multiple places on the stream elements, but Twitch is not working right since they updated it, I guess. A lot of other people were having problems with Twitch, so that's why I did that. And then Facebook, I'm not worried about streaming to Facebook when I can just put the link in. Because you literally, I think, can watch it in Facebook or go to, hit the YouTube thing. And I didn't put my Twitch thing in the Facebook one. You can go to my stream elements. There should be a link in the chat thing. You should be able to go to my stream elements and actually find my Twitch. All my social media should be posted. So I think my Instagram's even posted, and I don't even know how to work Instagram. I have Instagram, but I really don't know how to work it. I don't think they have a live chat. I'm not sure because it says something about some chat, but I don't think it's live. But anyways, my plan for this was this. It's been almost a year with the Idaho 4, Kaylee, Maddie, Xana, and Ethan, and A.R. Hayes was right when he says instead of just saying Idaho 4, I just say Idaho 4, but I also include their names. And if you'll notice, even on my description or my tag, I don't put their first and last name. I put their names before I put Brian's name. I do put his first and last name just because most people that search it are going to search by his last name. But with Kaylee and Maddie, a lot of people just use their first names. But this is with respect in remembering these victims and giving them their credit for their life. Their life was not just there was a reason. And even if it saves other kids when this is over with, like, I don't know them personally, but from what their families say, I'm not going to say it would satisfy them completely. Okay, I'll die now because that's not what I'm saying. But I think that they would be satisfied by using their names for positive. And even through, if there was mistakes made or anything, like, I don't really, even if there is a drug element to this, I don't. They're college kids, okay? Nobody deserves to die that way. Who cares? I'm not. I don't. And I'm not just saying this, but I don't. And yes, I'm brushing my hair, y'all, because I'm crazy. Anyway, I'm telling y'all, I don't. I just am who I am. So I'll just bust out and do crazy things. It's just the way I live my life. I don't. There's. I'm doing. I'll get to that reading anyway because y'all, I just am who I am. I'm very goofy. I'm very upfront and honest, and I just do what I do. I'm gonna do like I normally do. I'm not putting on a show. This is like because I am crazy now, and because some of the people I've been around, I don't trust people. So this is like me hanging out with my friends, even though I don't even think having my chat, but knowing somebody, at least one person's gonna listen. Like I'll talk the whole time. I don't care, but this is what I do. But I'm not gonna. I can't be anybody I'm not. I'm not good at it. And I am one of the type of people you either love me or you hate me. There probably is no in between, and I'm okay with that. I am just fine with that. I get it. So, anyway, but there are some things now that everybody can hear me because at least I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm not using my headphones now, so I can't hear myself actually talking. I just make sure it's going through my thing. Like I listen to YouTube for a second. I don't want it to echo, but to make sure, and that's why I said on Twitch, I hope it's doing right because it's just on my camera, so I can't see whether my voice thing is moving because I don't have one. So I did turn my volume up on my phone. So, and it's not saying it's not recording my voice, so I guess it is. If I end up looking at Twitch and there's no voice there, then so if you can't hear me on Twitch, go to my YouTube. There's a link to it on Twitch, and I'll check the volume in just a little bit on Twitch. But it's a lot to remember. That's the thing too. I started over because I had done 20 minutes of trying to make sure Facebook was going and this was going and that was going. And because I keep having to change the way I'm doing things, I can't get in a routine. Because like with Streamlabs on my computer, you can go to your scheduled broadcast, hit start streaming, but you still have to hit live. It's going to start recording, but your broadcast is not going live until you hit live. And it takes a minute for the live button to light up once it gets through because it's trying to process through, start recording, and get you ready to get on the server. My phone's a little different with it. But, you know, I am. Please do remember, I think that all the Twitch stuff, if you're saying anything in Twitch, will come through here on my Chat Ninja thing. But most of the time, I don't even chat back because I forget. I'm ADHD and I can't remember. And plus, I'm doing these card things and I can't do all of that at once. So please don't think I'm ignoring you. I will look at the chat. Like, I'm going to have to remind myself to look at it when I'm done in case somebody's asking questions. Nobody really comes in here right now. So I just kind of sit here talking to myself. One or two people to come in here. I really, y'all, don't even, I don't care. Like, I would like people to come in here, but like other people are doing lives. I was just looking at my YouTube now. I try not to do lives when other creators are doing them that I know. Can you see YouTube? Yes, I can see YouTube. Why? Is it messed up? Y'all have no idea. I'm telling everybody now that I am not the person. This is why I don't edit videos either. This is why I just do lives because I hate editing. I'm tech savvy, but not when I've got 15 things going on. I did look at my YouTube, I thought. Oh, let me make sure that my YouTube is working. Hang on. Oh, Lord, if it's not, I have to start over again, I swear. Oh, that was me. Look, I can't see. Okay. Did that thing just tell me not to send a long message? I think I got my chat bot set up to where it's telling me not to send a long message. Okay. I'm gonna pray everybody can hear me. I think they should be able to. Everybody. Anyway, I don't use my headphones anymore because it hurts my ears. I don't care. I've got a pair of $200 headphones. I guess there's something wrong with the outside of my ear because it hurts it. So I can't. It don't matter what I do. It hurts my ear. So I said, forget it. I'm tired of wearing them because they hurt my ear. So, but anyways, hang on, because I'm trying to make sure that I'm looking at this chat. See, I can't. I have to stop to do everything. Okay, the Wandering Orphan. I don't know. I don't even know. Look, I can't remember how to check if anybody's still in here. But yes, I can see YouTube. You didn't say anything, so I'm hoping that my voice is coming through. And I have no idea what's going on Twitch. I know if anybody's on Twitch, they're like, what is this girl doing? I don't know. So I'm just telling y'all now. Anyway, so what I'm doing, see, I'm done lost in. Lord have mercy. Anyway, this is the mess that I am, and so yeah. Anyway, there are a couple of just avenues that I wanted to go down on the Idaho for, and it's not conspiracy theories, but like Jake, Maddie's boyfriend. I was saying before when I had Alicia Wicker going in the background. Sorry, y'all. And nobody could probably hear me on YouTube. They're thinking, why are 4 people talking? But anyway, that. Okay, she said, yay. I was like, what? See, I've got 3 different places my chat comes up to. Look, y'all, I'm telling you. I could die. I'm about to figure out. It took me forever to get Chat Ninja working. I'm not even talking about that because I feel like a dork. But anyway, I don't like reading instructions, so that's my first problem. So anyway, but nobody's mentioned Jake, and I don't think he had anything to do with anything. But like I asked the Reckoning Co. I asked Ashley, had she, and I hadn't asked Miss Jen with the Divine Pathways, and I don't think I've asked Alicia. And those are the 3 that I watch. I'm really funny. I'm really picky. I don't really, and if I find somebody else that I like, but I'm real funky if I don't like you at first, or it's not that I don't like you, but if I don't find it interesting at first, I do everything backwards and after the fact. Like Gilmore Girls, I used to talk, I would never watch that. I ain't watching that. And then after they had been off the air for, I don't know, I would like watch the whole series 20 times. So I'm one of those. Like my mom was like that. Elvis, she didn't like Elvis till he died, and then she was obsessed with him, which makes no sense. So it just confirms that I'm crazy. But anyway, yeah. But this I've been thinking about, like these roads or these people or these situations, but every time I do, something else crazy happens. Linda Lane or this or that, or this is going on and that's going on. And yes, I did see where, and I discussed this a while ago, I'm going to say it again, I did see where Kaylee's biological sister come out, a daughter that Steve had. This is what I'm telling everybody with that. I'm not diving into that right now. I did, however, get on her TikTok, sending her support without saying anybody else's name but hers, without blaming family, without any of that, because technically that's none of our business. You know what I mean? She got bad reactions the first time she did it. I think people think she's just coming out wanting attention or whatever, but that is not this child. I mean, I'm calling her a child. She's still very young. She's really hurt, and what we don't understand is these kids, she didn't get to choose if she was born or who her dad was or anything like that. So people just need to stop and take another look at that and put themselves in that position and then say something. I just want her to know that she did have support, that because she's been through a lot and she's been through rehab, and that can actually trigger you to go back down a really dark road. Okay. We don't know where somebody's been, and we've never wore their shoes to walk. And in most of the time, we wouldn't even be able to wade in the water that those people have walked in. And we have our own situations that it's the same thing. So I try to be open-minded about everything. And what I tell people, I can't pray for my enemy. I don't know how you do. Okay, I'm not perfect, and I didn't used to do that. But there is a passage, and I do not know which one it is. You can Google it, and it'll tell you. I can't remember the exact where it's at. But Judas 8:2. Jesus knew that Judas was going to deceive him beforehand, okay? He still fed Judas, and he still washed Judas's feet. So when we can learn to, and I don't know how he loves like that, because I'm not going to say I can do that, but it kind of takes you back just a minute, like, wow, how do you do that? Of course, I guess until Jesus comes back, the world's not going to be that way. But if I could just encourage more people to think like that on any situation, then it would change the world. I just, I don't always remember that. I mean, oh my gosh, I'm human, but I try to. Just different things that you can make the world a better place, even if it's a piece of the world, your life, somebody else's life that's around you. We have so much ugly and evil and everything else that why do people want to keep doing that? Why? I don't. Anyways, I don't. There's a lot I don't understand that I don't even try to understand because to me it makes no common sense whatsoever. Like these people are not that stupid, and if they are, then they should not be allowed to leave without supervision. I mean, and if they are, that's the scary part. I mean, that's not judging anybody. I'm just saying that some of the things, I don't know. I don't understand the way people think. People probably don't understand the way I think, but I don't enjoy putting bad vibes out there. Anybody that's putting a bunch of negative out there needs to look. There's something going on with them, and that's what we need to remember, that they may be hurting or something, and maybe they don't know how to express it. Look, I come from a long line of crazy people, and then they all died and left me here. They didn't get mental help. They drank or did whatever, and then all of them died, literally, and here I am. So, y'all think I know how to navigate this world? I do not. Yeah, I've cussed my mama, and she died. You know, my aunts. I'm like, have y'all really? So all y'all are crazy as a football bat, and that sounds crazy as it is. And then y'all just die and left, like, what? So I have had plenty of adventures on this earth, and dealt with people because I thought if you loved people, they loved you back. That's exactly why I'm probably sitting behind this camera and this microphone, because I'm not as vulnerable to me as if you're in my face. And that's just the truth. If I've got protection like this, you can't get to me except where I let you get to me. And so I can love people from afar like this, and they can't hurt me. And that's exactly one reason I do what I do, because I used to be a social butterfly. I never wanted to be by myself, and now I'm a hermit. And that's just what life deals with. I mean, that's just what happens sometimes. So now that I went on 50 minutes about a story, and I'm trying to see. Yeah, and I don't know that Christy. That's what I'm saying. I don't know that she did that, and I'm not saying she did. I'm saying that even if this girl thinks she did or is hurting because there's something that's, you know what I mean. And even if Christy did, then there's something going on with that. You know, I don't think people are doing it mean. This is what I hope and pray for. I just hope that the love that the little girl, that I'm saying little girl, she's not, she's grown, but the love that she's needing, like, I see the pain on her face. I don't know the whole story, so I don't say, and I'm not going to, because they're going through, even though I think they don't understand, like the comment that was made, why is he allowed to wear a suit? Why did he take a bath? Brian Koberger talking about him. No, I don't think he's innocent. I think he has a part in it, but he's not the only one. And that's the thing. You can't put somebody to death whenever other people have parts in it. We wouldn't know his name, as Dago said, if he didn't have anything. Something new, something, I don't know what, because we haven't seen all the stuff. But it doesn't matter. I still respect the parents' thought on that, because their kid is not here. I don't know how she does this. When I saw her in the interview where she said, you know what, everybody outside play, these kids are outside playing, these people are going on with their life, and I want to scream stop. I broke down because I knew exactly what she meant. Like, she's mad. What do you mean you're smiling? My kid's not here. Like, nothing's funny, nothing's happy. But I do think they need counseling, because you can see her falling apart more and more and more, which I understand that, but I don't know if she's going to be able to stand up to this trial, because she has a lot inside her, and I understand that. Because I don't know how you do. I don't want to know. I don't know. I do not, and there's different people that believe in different things as far as, like, where it comes to, like, I watched The Reckoning Co., but there is so many times I hope Christy, even Steve, or even some of the other families watch that, because I think that hearing a message that their kids would say to them right now, or might say to them, is comforting. Death is forever, like in the term, when we're here, it is. When we die, it's not, but it's hard for our minds to. I mean, I think about that. I'm weird. I think about things like you're never going to talk to that person, or at least on earth right here. It's a different kind of feeling, and my whole immediate family's gone. Now, my kids have not. Like, I don't, like I said, I don't even. That's why I don't judge them, whether they think he's guilty, whether they think he should wear a suit or not. Other people off the street, I say something to, because you're not the parents of the kids, and you need to have common sense. He's not been found guilty yet. You cannot do all this stuff to him, because he, even though he's sitting in jail, he's still innocent right now. I mean, the issue with this is the truth going to come out enough for them to find some kind of peace, and also to keep other kids safe, because it's not, and that's not the only place this stuff goes on at. There's a guy I was watching. He actually was a police officer. It's like Christian security. He's telling the churches, like that girl that went in Nashville and went into that private school and did all that. He's teaching the churches, especially with our borders being open, Hamas and people that don't like Christian people. I mean, he's teaching them how to have better security, but he also teaches people about sleeper cells and stuff. But he lives in Idaho, and he was talking about the cartel and the different types of people that come through Idaho. And I told him, I said, that's funny that you're in Idaho and you're saying that because of what's happened. I said, and I know, I said, I'm not in any way saying that you know anything or anything. I'm just saying that if people will look around, my niece and my sister-in-law, my ex-sister-in-law, my sister-in-law live in Idaho. I mean, I called them and I was like, tell Samantha do not go to Moscow, Idaho. She lives in Boise, or on the other side of Boise now. She's not, but it's not every authority figure there, I'm sure. But there's enough running it that's control over it, so something's not right. Even if Brian Koberger was completely guilty, there's something. Even if he was the only one, which that's just stupid to think that, I think. But anyways, somebody's hiding something. Somebody don't want somebody to know something. Somebody this, somebody that. And they're talking about informant. That's why everything's been hush hush. Listen to me. If you go back and look at the press conferences they was doing, they told Fry. I should remember his last name because that's my fiance's last name, Fry, spelled different. But anyways, they didn't even try to even edit it, even though it was live. Like, they didn't even go back and try to edit it or anything. They didn't take the cameras off the man or nothing. They basically, in a couple of them, they told him, hey, don't say that, basically, hush. And so he just stops the interview right there. Hello? That's not suspicious? I mean, I just don't understand. If you watch when they go in and out of the house, they don't have protective stuff on. Like, it doesn't take a genius. This is not a conspiracy theory. We watched it. I wasn't thinking about that then, but thinking about that now, there is weird stuff. And now they're back in the house tearing it apart. They're tearing it apart to get a 3D model. That makes no sense, but they needed a 3D model with the furniture still in there. And what are they looking for? Who left what? What is the deal? Because they're not tearing it down. So now, who is the other DNA that was in there? You cannot put some man to death whenever you done said there's two other DNA. Oh, that DNA don't matter? Where did they get, what? This man is on a death. You can't do, I mean, even if the man was guilty, they're messing with his rights. So he's going to end up getting let out. I mean, none of it makes any sense. There's something going on. And my sister-in-law said the same thing. She said there is some stuff, and yeah, it's a college town. So the college is wrapped up in all of this because it's about money. All the judges, all the people were in these frats, and the frats need to be completely just taken out, because if they have a rule that says nobody call the cops for anything at all, that should have already, did parents know this beforehand? Because hello, I can't understand that. Maybe I'm stupid, but I just cannot fathom that. I don't know that okay, I'm not going to say the sorority didn't have involvement in it. I don't think they were solely responsible. I think this does go deeper. Whether the kids meant to be involved in anything they could have just accidentally seen something and had to get involved. Like, we don't know the whole. No, I don't think these kids were actively like on the sidewalk doing drugs. No, I don't think that. I think that you're young, you're naive, and you think fast money, or you got put in a situation where you have to because you know something, they gonna make you do it, so that you can't tell them, and then whatever. We may never know all that story. Um, I understand. I don't know why people try to talk to the parents and say, "Oh, your kid was on drugs." Of course, they're going to say no. They weren't on drugs. I don't think that, but I think there's there's something. This is not okay. The cartel, no, cartel don't get that close to do what they do. They fixing to do it a different way. However, knowing that Hamas people have been in Idaho, look at what those people did to the people in Israel, and then turn around and tell me that they wouldn't do something that close up to college kids, okay? Because you're not going to convince me of that. And that man, the man I was talking about that does that security thing, was saying how the Hamas and the Mexican cartel are like intertwined with each other. So think about that. There's a lot of elements that may come to see that. I mean, it could be that the officers and stuff aren't doing anything. Maybe they're scared of the Hamas people. We don't know that. It could be another country threatening the whole fleet. Fry could be scared. I mean, I don't know what's going on. I do know that there's a couple of officers that have done questionable things and that have been a lot, in sync with a lot of crap that went on here. As far as that being his car that they have, I do not think that, because I'm telling you now, even if he would have done it by himself, he's not stupid enough to do what they're saying he did. Like, that don't even make no sense. As far as the DNA on that, I think that sheath was planted too. I'm not saying he didn't do anything. I'm saying that it was, and the DNA is on the inside of none of that makes any sense. And I don't even know why we're fighting about whether it's going to be in court, because supposedly FBI told them not to use it, and if they didn't use it to get a warrant, then why are we fighting about it being in court? Because it won't be, because they didn't even use it to get the warrant, remember? So all of that is, and I think they infringed upon his rights, and they're trying to keep that in line, because it's safer for him to be there than to let him out just because somebody infringed upon his rights, because somebody's going to try to take him out. But people are harassing his family and everything else, and like, that is crazy. Like, parents cannot always be, they're not always the cause of their kid growing up being almost 30 doing something crazy if he did do it, So, I don't know. That's just how I feel about it. But anyways, there are some things I wanted to look at, and there's some things that we've actually looked at before, or even Ashley's talked about, but I didn't get the specific answer I was looking for, and I still may not get it, because like I said, this is not, I do this a little different than a lot of people, and people don't explain this. God lets us know things that that will help out in situations like this, and I believe that. When I'm going through these cards, there are certain cards I will not get. Wiccan cards, I don't do all that. Like, these cards right here have doodle things. It looks like a kid. It's better than a kid. I'm saying that, but they're just figures. I just do my whole thing a little bit different. If you call upon evil to assist you with anything, that's what will happen. I call upon evil not to even come around me when I'm doing something especially like this, being vulnerable, and that's how I believe and where I go with that. So, and that's that. But I believe that why would God not want somebody to be brought to justice for this, or to be found out that they were being deceitful or whatever? So that's where I go with this, and what I'm telling people when I'm looking for answers. I'm not trying to pull up my ancestors from 1542 or something. I'm not doing all that. I'm not saying anything about people that do, yada yada yada. I'm just saying that's not what I'm doing. So, a lot of times the answers are within ourselves. Like, it's a lot of intuition, or just different things. I know that probably sounds crazy or weird or whatever. I have a hard time explaining things, especially, and I'm looking down at my paper just drawing while I'm saying this, but especially when It's something that can be as controversial as something like this. I'm not going to try to explain anymore. If somebody has questions, and I can tell you what I think. This is not for me to say you're supposed to think this. Listen to me. We have our own free will. You make your own choice. Speaking of that, that's my disclaimer. This stuff is not all factual. It is speculation. It is intuition. It is, you know what I mean? Like, my opinion, what I see, what I think, that kind of stuff. This is not to be, some people say, well, why didn't actually somebody call the police? Because you can't call the police and say, hey, I drew a card and it says that. They have to have other facts, but this could lead people in the right direction, make them think of something they didn't think of, this, that, and the other. Okay, but yes, I don't do anything that and say it's fact. I'm not in Idaho. I'm in Alabama, so when I speak about people, I don't say I know that they did. I do know that there's some kind of nuttiness going on there, and that's just obvious. I can't pick out every person that's involved, but there's got to be somebody if there's nuttiness going on. So what have you, but I try to make sure that I keep respect in mind for the victims, even if they're not here, the victims, their names, their parents, their family, not starting a bunch of just ridiculous off-the-wall rumors. That's just like some of the stuff that's come out, some of the people that's come out. I don't know that all of those people are actually just completely lying. I think they're either not telling the truth at all, or they're actually the ones involved in it and just don't want nobody else to know it because whatever, or they know the person that is, or whatever. A lot of that I think that people write off too quick, and a lot of things that we think are not, because if they're coming out, there's probably something to it. Even if it's something little bitty, there's probably something to it. I'm not saying you believe everybody, or you even host somebody on a stream, on a live panel that says things, but I just think that it's coming out for a reason. Even if somebody is a stranger and somebody's having them put it out, then it happened to somebody somewhere or something. I do not think that everybody that has a hand in this case, period, will come to pass as far as justice with our justice system. I think somebody's conscience will end up eating them to death. I think and hope that the main players of this come out. I do think they probably have an informant. I do not think that's the whole reason they've got everything on this case secret. I think the reason they do is because when they realize that people from outside Idaho were going to get involved, they don't want people to know stuff, and that's the truth. And I could be completely off, but that's really what I think. And they've made us think that by the press conferences, by the stuff they say, like the other DNA just didn't matter. Who says what? I mean, I thought it was going to fall out. That man's not that stupid. He ain't stupid. He is not stupid. He knows what he sounded like. He has to know what he sounded like. I mean, they could be threatening his life. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. There's something. Because it don't make no sense. I haven't, some of these other cases, I haven't even, like the Watts case, I couldn't, I've dabbled in just a little bit. As far as when them kids, when I heard, look, on the news, when that anchor said that little girl asked her daddy, whatever, see, there's some things I can't dabble in because I can't do it. Little kids, old people, animals. The Summer Wells thing, I haven't got in. Kylie Rodney, I've just now, like I said, I'm late for everything, and there's something going on with that too. But some of the ugliness, I just don't like to. I can't even, because I get too emotionally attached, and I can't. And that's sick. That whole Chris Watts thing, that is sick. That his mistress is sick. And that woman, like, if you meet a girl that is telling you to get rid of your family, you need to get the hell away from her. And I'm a woman, but that is not, like, what is wrong with you? Why would you, what? She has problems. She needs a therapist on speed dial. Like, there are people that have those problems, but if I thought the way she thought at all, I wouldn't act, I would go admit myself somewhere, because there's some other kind of, I don't know. Everything is not always the devil's fault. The devil does make evil, but sometimes you can manifest that stuff in yourself or something, with jealousy, with whatever, with something you're missing. But I think my warning bells would have went off to myself. I hope. That's just, that whole situation. That woman, if she's in witness protection program, our government should be ashamed of themselves, because that woman is as guilty as he is. I mean, and the thing is like I'm not blaming her because I don't care if she had him brainwashed. Like that's your kids. You can break away. You should have been questioning something. I don't think he's that brainwashed. He was still functioning, but anyway. That's some of the stuff I just can't. But yes, I think she had just as much part in it as he did. I think she was there for a lot of it and all that good stuff. I didn't get into that drama. I didn't go through all that case. I think there's some points they hit on Shanann's best friend Nicole. There are some points they hit on with that. A lot of that's weird. So the whole situation is weird, and that whole situation is way too confusing. There's too many players in that. There's too many players that were too close to the family that's in that, I think, and that's just weird. I don't care if Shanann was bossy, this, that, and the other. Like, you're not God. You don't get to do all that. Divorce or do whatever. Like, what are you doing anyway? I don't know. I can't. Yeah, that's just too much. That was way too much, and it's too much. And his family's crazy, and I don't know. Anyway. So, but now that I've spent 30 minutes talking about this stuff, and I always do this because I just have a conversation with people, so I'm sure a lot of people won't even get to this part. I will actually put the timestamps in to when I start doing this, so that way people can get to it, because a lot of people, I'm like that in a lot of ways. Shut up and just get to what I want to watch you do, but I got off on a whatever. Anyway, this is my conversations for the day, y'all, pretty much. I really don't talk to anybody. I really don't, so I have one friend I talk to, and we've been best friends forever. I don't talk to many people, so this is my socialization. Okay, so the first thing I want to look at, and this is going to be a mix, it's not just one subject, because I just wanted to go ahead and look and see what I could get. Ashley stays so busy, but I want her to do it too. On some of this stuff, or I want to go back and see if she did any of this and got anything, or even Alicia or Miss Jen with Divine Pathway. I think it's Divine Pathway, y'all. I might be saying wrong, but anyway. And some of the stuff I have to go back and watch Ashley do because she can't actually say it out loud, and I have to. When I first started watching her, I didn't understand what some of the cards were, this, that, and the other, so I have to go back. But the main thing, like I said, was Jake, and I don't think he had any involvement in it. But nobody's even said that they asked him what he knew, that he said what he knew. I know he was at the memorial and talked, but it's just weird. Nobody said his name, so it makes me think, I'm like, what does he know, or what? I mean, maybe he's an informant. I don't know. I hadn't heard of nothing about him. Nothing. I mean, just nothing. So, I don't know that they were together. I don't know the whole backstory on that. I think they were together at least for the past year or so, if not a little bit longer. So, I just have questions. And like I said, when I was doing the other live, the Alicia Wicker was talking in the background. Sorry, I didn't know I had a video going. But anyways, I'm gonna do another one because there's 2 or 3 things I found today that I was taking notes on that I wanted to do. I remembered that I want to do this and this, and I'm gonna split them up because they're different, completely different subjects. But on this Idaho 4 that I'm doing now, it's gonna be different questions that do not have to. Some of them are related, some of them are like over here, and then one's over here. And I'm just trying to get some clarity. If anybody else has heard anything and have any other clarity, I don't. Please leave it in the comments or whatever. Let me know. Because I mean, I'm sure I missed stuff. What clarity we can get. I mean, because, and I don't even know, even though they're going to do the trial on TV, there's going to be so much stuff they cut out of that, it's not even going to be funny. I guarantee that. And that's what people's not realizing. There's going to be so much crap that they cut out. It's going to be crazy. And y'all, this stream, I'm probably going to have to take this bot thing and do it down. I did it every 30 minutes or so, but I think I can do it to like once or twice during the stream because it's just filling up. But anyways, so now that I've talked forever, I'm going to get into what I'm doing. And yes, I was reading the comments, Orphan, that you let, and I mean, I agree. I'm not saying that because I don't know her, and I'm not, and maybe that's what that little girl was told. What she think the little girl? Oh my gosh, she's a woman. I don't know. You know what I mean? Maybe she felt that way. I don't know. I'm just saying that I'm not going to blame either side, and I'm sure enough not blaming her for saying something about it. It killed me because she said, no, I didn't say goodbye. I barely got to say hello, and that just anyway. I think her sister would put her arms around her and give her the love. So anyway, maybe that's just me wishful thinking. I don't think so though. I mean, I do. I think that We should try to support people, even not. I'm not saying support when they're wrong or they're wrongdoing, but you can't tell somebody they're wrong for hurting about something if they're truly hurting about it. Because I mean, even if we don't see why, they're hurting because they're hurting. So you know. And I've taken things wrong and hurt, and even though I took it wrong, I still felt some type of way and still felt hurt with people or whatever. So I get it. I hope that she finds some positivity, like even with her baby, and she's come off a rough road. So you know, I think she's doing this right now to get out like her feelings, and because people said mean things to her, which you're gonna get people saying mean stuff, and you know what? I don't even care. Say it. I'm gonna pray for you. I ain't got time. I don't know you like that. You don't know me, so you can say what you want about me, but you look stupid because you don't really know me. So if you're talking about personal stuff like that, you guess what you want to. You know, you might even be right about some of it, but I mean, I don't. That stuff does not bother me. I don't care about no council culture. Not no star. I'm not fixing to be in Hollywood. That's another thing I'm doing on anyway. But so that's how I feel about that. So I wanted to look at Maddie's boyfriend just to see, like, nobody's mentioned him. Like I said, not that he's done anything. I'm sure they questioned him, but we didn't hear about half of that. But I've not even heard anybody say his name maybe once or twice, but nobody's, like, said anything like, I wonder does he, is just anything. Maybe he don't, I'm sure he don't want to be bothered. Like, that's what I'm trying to do, or say that. I'm not saying he's involved in anything. That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, what does he know? Does he know anything? Does he, because I'm nosy, I guess? I don't know. So, yeah, before anybody says I'm trying to, that's not what I'm trying to do. And I might not even get all the way answer. It may be unclear. It may be that, well, he don't know anything, or he knows this, that's it, and over with. I don't, whatever. But I do need to let you know, even though it's up at the top, that all of these are my opinion. It's speculation, not fact. My opinion, just what I interpret through intuition, the cards, and what I feel like God is trying to let us know, what we can know, what we can't know, stuff like that. Please do your own research. Please do not take anybody for anything for granted for what they say, and just start repeating it. If you feel like, if your intuition is saying, I don't think that's right, please make sure you do your own research. Make sure you know the facts based behind what you're doing and what you're talking about before you do it. We have a lot of people that go out marching, that go out doing anything and have no idea what is really going on. So, just for your sake, not to feel stupid, I would not have a good background on whatever it is, anything that is that you're talking about, discussing about, or saying you're for or against. Okay, now that I've said all that, let's see. So, I just want to know, I'm going to use these. These are lucid dreams, and I like these for that. And like I said, this camera, my phone, Twitch people, I know will probably be able to see better. I know you can see my microphone and all that good stuff, but anyway, I'll move it over this way. Oh, God. Y'all, I'm going to make y'all seasick. I'll move it over that way. Try not to make y'all seasick. I know that phone's moving. And then this camera, I didn't want it to cut my head off the top of it because it's stupid. But you should be able to see, I'm going to put the cards right here. And I usually hold them up in the camera first. Anyway, but this is Lucid Dreams. You can look at it. It's I guess it's starter deck or whatever. It's got the stuff on the card for reverse and for this coming in a 10 box. But you can look up the Lucid Dreams. I'll tell you the card. If you can't see it real good, you can look at it online because it'll show you the pictures. Okay, so, and I've shuffled these, but anyways, I'm just doing it while I'm in front of y'all now. Okay. So what I want to know is Maddie's boyfriend Jake. I mean, I think some people have said that they weren't seeing each other, and they were, but they had just took pictures together. So I don't think they were on a break. I think they were still seeing each other. But at any rate, I just want to know. We did see him at the memorial, and he was. I mean, of course, anybody would be upset. But did he know? It said that Jack knew they were going to be roughed up, or whatever, because somebody was talking. Whatever. Did he know anything that Jack? Did he know the same thing Jack know? And I'm talking about Jack, Kaylee's ex-boyfriend. There's two of them, but did he not know anything? Like, was he completely blinded by this? Did that part of the life just completely left out? He wasn't even out with him that night. Like, there was other things going on. He may not have been in town. Maybe he went to see his parents or something. He may not have been in town that weekend, but I was just like, from the get, I was like, well, it's really weird because they're out, but he's not there. Jack was there, but like he wasn't there, so you don't always go off with your boyfriend. Like I said, he could have been out of town, had plans, anything. As far as I know, he goes to the same school. Now, if he did for some reason go to Pullman, then they had parents' weekend, so that may have been what he was doing. But as far as I know, I thought they said, and I could be wrong. So that's what I'm saying. I have not stalked this kid to look him up to say, you live here, you go there. I'm just saying from what I could tell. So I just want to look in and see, did he have any idea, or was he just taken by shock? And if my fiance comes in here and starts talking, I'll wave my hands like I usually do, looking like a fool, trying to tell him. But it is what it is. Life happens. Whatever. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out how to. Okay, so I'm just okay. Did Jake have any idea of anything? Was he left in the dark? So I just kind of split the deck, start out. And see, like this light. The Twitch people can probably see this, but because of the way this light is, you can't see this stupid card in the camera. Okay, so, and I don't know if y'all can see it from my fingers, but it is and I'm blind, y'all. I need to put on my glasses, and that's what I'm about to do. It is the Three of Cups, though, and especially with this deck because the writing is in white. Oh, God, I'm the whole computer, and I didn't mean to do that. The writing is in white. The writing is in white, and sometimes it looks crazy on that pinkish background. Like, to me, you can't see it good if they were trying to make it where you could. I also don't use any light except my ring light thing. I have my other lights turned off in my room because my cameras have pretty good no light coverage or whatever it's called. I'm cleaning my glasses off, y'all, because I cannot see. My gosh. Well, if I would use a rag instead of the anyway, I just own my glasses, dude. They're new too. I don't never wear them because I forget I have them. But anyways, I only use my ring light because when I turn the lamp on or even the light, it really puts a glare on it. So I just use my ring light, and I have it setting funny anyway, the way I use it. But it puts glare sometimes on one thing and one on the other. So the Twitch people will probably be able to see better, the card better. So my Twitch link is on there if y'all just want to go there. Okay, the Three of Cups, and it is in reverse, so we'll do that so you can see. Three of Cups in reverse, independence, third party situation, scandal, gossip, over partying, no support, solitude, being forced to confirm lack of time for others. That's interesting. Let's see. We'll do this one. This is the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Pentacles in reverse, and this is interesting. Selfish, unkept, materialistic, gold digger, self-absorbed, envious, work-home conflict, jealous, insecure, greedy, and intolerant. That is very. I literally those cards I was not expecting to come up. I'm gonna pull one more before that one just flips loose, and they're all in reverse. Ace of Pentacles. Oh, this is weird. Yeah, this is weird to me. Lack of progress, immature, unachiever, missed opportunity, poor prospects, foolish, lazy, procrastinator, missed chances. And the thing is all those cards are basically saying the exact. Okay, we're gonna get confirmation. That's why I like Ashley, because Ashley's like, well, it's more experienced than me. Let me just look at these cards for a minute, y'all, because that's so odd. And again, the question I was just asking about Maddie's boyfriend Jake, and I'm not saying he had anything to do with this. I'm not even saying that this is like, oh God, he's lazy. So that's not what I'm saying. I'm still trying to get it together on this one. Yeah. Oh wow. Okay, so let's just. Page of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, Three of Cups. Cups are emotion. Honestly, what I'm getting from this is maybe like he was seeing this stuff happen every day, things that should have been giving him clues, maybe, to, hey, there's something wrong in the situation. But I'm getting more like, not that he was just selfish and everything, it's more like he was immature in that way or something and did not realize, hey, they're in danger. Even looking back on it, he may now, but he still, to me, this is still like, even looking back when it happened, like he still does not see where he missed that the hints of any kind of danger. Because it's more like he was there a lot, even spent the night with her. And maybe she did not explain it, because sometimes, people can realize, hey, he don't understand that, or he has an innocence to him, and that may be what it is, that he just has a real innocence that he literally would not understand it even, and maybe she didn't want to drag him in. But that's really what I'm getting from that. I'm not getting that he was just some horrible boyfriend. I'm just getting kind of that he either just really was immature or just did not, just very naive. Let's see if we can get some. That's really what I'm getting with that. That's, and I believe that's basically, with the Queen of Pentacles being in reverse, they're all in reverse, and then it's the Queen of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles, which the Page is like that would be an immature teenager like that. The Page is like a younger teenager, like 10 or 11. It's basically a kid like that. And then to me, the Knight is a little bit older, but we got the Page and the Queen. And so the Queen is more like, the mom in the situation. And that, this to me is saying that, he just kind of immature, and then the Two of Cups being in reverse. I'm sorry, the Three of Cups being in reverse. Usually it's a celebration, friendship, collaboration, community, circle, like a group effort they're celebrating. But when it's in reverse, it's more like the person is a tag-along, third-party situation, like, it's or kind of out of the loop of the situation. So that's what I'm getting with that, and that's why I explained that, because it sounded like when I just read it off, and that's why you have to look at it and go with your intuition, because it looks like, my gosh, he's just selfish and just wasn't a good boyfriend in the situation. But that's not what that's saying. I really believe it's just kind of saying that he just was real naive about what was going on around him, and was not. And Maddie may not have, and she may have tried to explain it to him, but sometimes it's not that she didn't love him, but they just didn't. That was not what their conversation was based on. Because if somebody's not going to get her, whatever, or she didn't want to drag him in because maybe he hadn't seen anything. Maddie, her family, immediate family, has, she's probably seen just a little bit more than him. So, and that's really what that reminds me of, just an immature kind of spirit in that sense. And he still could be kind of blind, like, what in the world? And I still don't, I still don't see what, he may by now, but Okay, so communication. I'm just trying to get some clarifiers, y'all. This is Alicia Wicker's True Crime and Conspiracy deck. I really like these cards. I have both. I have the regular set and the add-on. It's a lot of cards. That's why I don't have them all. Okay, that one's flipped over. Secret Space Program. So communication, and not so much just secret, but like Secret Space Program. That kind of, not that it's a secret, but it's kind of like a special understanding is what I'm getting when I look at this card right now. Okay, so I'm just going to do, is that what this is trying to say? We're just going to see. One more card for that, and that's, no, I'm not going with that. Okay, so counterfeit in reverse. So not counterfeit, you know what I mean? Like real stuff. It's not counterfeit. It's not fake. So that's what I get from that. Okay, I'm just going to put these cards back in here, honestly. Okay, so that's what I wanted to know from that. And there's really not anything else to ask with that because I sure enough don't think he was involved. He didn't even realize what was going on, I don't think. So, like, I don't think he realized a lot of what the other ones, even if they're not saying it, realize. So that's what I want to know. And maybe that's why maybe Ashley's actually pulled cards and that's there's no sense in mentioning it. So, you know, people might be bored or upset with what I'm doing, but whatever. Um, I don't care if I found a juicy answer or not. It was an answer I wanted, so, and I usually do them. If I'm going to do them, I'm going to do them on camera. I mean, kind of like Ashley said, you know, if you're going to do it, you're just going to go ahead and do it all on, you know, so it makes sense with what's going on. Okay, so now these are questions that will probably all kind of root together or like kind of bounce off of each other. It's not in the spectrum of anything about Jake, though. That's what I'm saying. I go from one thing to another. What was the root cause that everything started from? You know, what is the root cause of this thing that ended with these four kids being unalived? What is the, not the surrounding issues, but what is the, like, the main theme of what went on? Like, what, if this wouldn't have happened, you know, at all, whether it was them talking, whether it was them finding something or knowing something they weren't supposed to, like, can we know the root problem or close to a hint of what the main factor surroundings that would cause that root problem was? I don't want just like factors that are like a third cousin outside of, you know, the information I'm trying to get, if that makes sense. I want the immediate in, you know, and I know, yes, we have got answers on it. There's still things we're finding out, so that's why I'm doing this. I'm doing this for my records too. Um, so let's. Okay, and I'm trying to figure out. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to pull. I'm gonna say 5 of these cards, and then we'll go from there. I can't shuffle these to where they actually fly out, really. But I mean, you're not supposed to make them fly. But I'm saying that I can't even like shuffle them harder or anything because they have hard. They're kind of, cards itself is kind of a little hard. Like it's not like a flimsy card. And they make them white like that. Y'all see, like it's not. It's cardboard sort of, which I like it. I hate that they're white or the stage color because it shows all kind of crap on it. But yeah. Okay, so I'm just gonna do it like this, and I'm just gonna. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I just did the last one. Let me go bottom one of that one. Okay, so let's see. Y'all can't even. Oh, I need to come back. See, that's the thing. I'm not exactly sure where I need to go. Y'all, my paper. Let me see. I'll put it over here. And y'all have to like, of course, zoom your camera in even to see it anyway. But and I will. The Twitch people see they can see it. That's this light. Hang on, y'all. Let me see something. Let me see if I can. Let's try that. Maybe that's a little better. I think it is. Okay, so I'm going to tell y'all what these cards are, show them to y'all, and then it's going to take me a minute to just look over them. Again, my question was, what was the root cause of everything? What, you know, the root thing that started this thing that ended with these 4 kids unalive. And 6 of Pentacles. I'll do the Twitch one first because that one focuses better. Looks like 6 of Pentacles. 4 of Cups. I guess I should do them like where they're. I didn't do them like one on top of each other. I just did the row. But anyway, we might actually do 4 more or 5 more. This is 7 of Pentacles in reverse. 7 of Pentacles in reverse, and then we have 2 of Swords in reverse. 2 of Swords in reverse. Okay, and then we have the 9 of Pentacles upright. Pentacles upright. Pentacles upright. Okay. Oh, y'all, I've been on this thing an hour. These folks going, I'm going to have to put my thing in to where I start this reading so these people, because I ain't going to, I talk so much. Anyway, I don't care how long I've been on here, I'm just saying. I will put the timestamps in, though. So, let's see. The first card was Six of Pentacles, upright, giving and receiving, help, generosity, charity, sharing wealth, gratitude, support, community, material help. Then we have the Four of Cups, contemplation, apathy, revelation, feeling unfulfilled, missed opportunity, indifferent, discontent, Melanoki. Okay. Seven of Pentacles in reverse, lack of long-term visions, lack of forward, impatient, lack of reward, impatience, giving up too soon, lazy, setbacks, low effect, waste, lack of growth. Okay, and Two of Swords in reverse, time to make a move, reached an impasse, stalemate, deadlock, decision, conclusion to be had. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles, abundance, luxury, self-sufficiency, self-worth, financial independence, leisure, reward, effort, success, and achievements. Okay, so I mean, honestly, right away, money. That's, of course, I mean, because we've got 1, 2, 3. There's 3 pentacles, and there's swords, and then cups. And swords to do with movement. Cups have to do with emotions. Swords have to do with some emotions too. But so money, money. That's one thing. And then the other. The other really looks like, and I'm not going to say that they weren't telling anybody anything. It does not, in this right here. It's not just coming up, as they were running their mouth and was telling too much. Now, I mean, this Two of Swords, it is a decision, somebody had to make a decision like, that you, it's hard to make. It's time to make a move, but, you've reached an impasse, a stalemate. You're not able to really make a decision, and that could have been, about what to do about this money thing. It's like loss of money. So could the one theory of them disposing of whatever be the case? Yes, either accidental or because they were just too much. And sometimes people coming in and out of your house. And the thing is like Maddie and Kaylee, if you look at all those videos, Maddie and Kaylee were never there. One time they were there, but they were never there when all this was going on. So that makes me think a lot of they were just tired of the in and out in the house, everybody being in and out in the house, it being used for that, whether, and you're college kids. So you start letting stuff happen and they're not complete adults yet. Sometimes college kids don't put their foot down. They have to learn to do that. And there's a reason for that. That ends up being this. So that's what I'm saying. Even if there were narcotics involved, it's not something that anybody's judging people on, and everybody needs to realize that. That is still no reason for their demise. I mean, there's no reason. That does not justify any of that. Usually when you have money laundering or anything like that, there's going to be other factors in that. Moving people, moving children, moving people. That is 9 times out of 10, and the Mexican cartel being right there, the Hezbollah people being right there, that could actually be the main source of everything. The DRUGS could actually be movement of a smaller than human movement, and that's the thing people don't understand. Like people can't fathom that because it didn't used to be that way. It used to be always that moving first, and now that's used as a cover up for the human movement. Um, I mean, and I'm not being mean, but Hollywood and our government play a big part in it. The president, not the this one, not the one we had last, but the one that this one was the vice president for. A lot started there. If you like him, I'm sorry. Most people thought he was going to be a black president that it would be good for black people and the black community. You know what I mean? Because we did need another race for a president. It needed to be, but that's not what he brought. He did not bring that at all. He brought Islam stuff to us, and I believe that. That's not, yeah. So that's just my opinion of that, and that's all I'm going there right there. You know, it is what it is. If you want to know who runs this country, no, I do not think it's Biden, and no, I do not think it's Bush. But I do think, I just said it, and that is what I think. And I could be dead wrong, but I'm just saying. So now the next question. Y'all, I need to stop this. Why I'm not going to though. I'm just going to put the timestamps on it and let everybody know that look, I got talking. Here's a timestamp. Watch it or don't. I don't care. Might miss something you like or something that's entertaining if you don't. But I'm going to put the timestamps for where I started. I should have looked at it, but I'll go back and look and see where I started the things at. People don't want to hear me ramble. I was talking to somebody in here though, so but still. So those who do like me rambling, thank you. Why is this root issue going on? Okay, so what is the deal with this? Why? Is it what we're talking about? Is it one of the two situations? Like why? What is how? What about this? You know, money not moving, money not. You know, is it that they stop? Is it that? I mean, that could be the reason too. Look, they don't want this going on in their house, so then people are mad. You know what I mean? Like that. If people just want to look at it one way, there's 15,000 things. You think it's petty that somebody got mad about that and would do that? Well, they do it. So, you know, money is money. And if you stopping something from, you know, they feel like it, even though they should have their own responsible play, whatever we think, like, it could be different things. Do I think that Kaylee and Maddie and all them just ran home to tell their parents this? No. I don't bash Ethan Chapin's mom for doing what she did. My question is, what confused me is, are they backing away from the situation because they're scared? But if that's the case, then both his brother and sister are back at that school. So I tend to think that they know that there's probably more to it than what it is, but it's going to be a bunch of drama, and they're trying to keep their other kids from having to live that. Because a triplet is I'm not saying that other brothers and sisters are not the same, but twins, triplet, things like it's a very different, So I do think that at first I thought they know something's going on, like they're just whatever. But I think it has to do with trying to keep Macy and his brother Hunter, not Hunter Johnson, but his brother, together. I do believe that. She went to Crime Con. I don't think she would have went to Crime Con had this not happened with her son. You know what I mean? Like I don't. Yeah, But I don't think she wants Macy and them to be in the spotlight, and I get that because that can make it dangerous. That can make it dangerous for them. You know what I mean? Being questioned or their parents always being in the spotlight. You know, I think that the entities of this is stuck right now. They can't do anything because anything that happens, anything at all, it's going that will. So they're stuck right now. I mean, that's just the deal. Like, it doesn't matter what happened, we're watching it all, so nothing can accidentally happen to somebody when we're watching like that. They can try, but they know better because it's not, we're going to know. So, this is probably the safest anybody's going to be right now. And if you want to be safe in doing it, and I know this sounds crazy, you need to publicly make sure you, and the reason is, not for the attention, because there's less chance that something is going to happen if you do it that way because people's watching. Okay, and I know that sounds crazy, and this may bring out whatever. I don't mean come out and lie about something. I'm saying that people that are scared, the best way to do it. I'm not saying even on YouTube. Okay, you don't have to do that. You don't have to get on anybody's YouTube anyway. You can make a Facebook post or something, but publicly, because anything behind closed doors and something happened, well, we hadn't heard about it publicly, so that we can't connect. But otherwise, it can be connected, and it's not. and I could be wrong, but that's honestly the way I'm thinking right now. And that just, and yes, I know that some people think I'm crazy doing that. That does knock energy out. I just what you're just to get it back on path. Okay, so what I want to know is why is a root issue going on? What did any of them get involved with? The people, any kind of organization, were they involved with something? What is the deal? Was it people just partying at their house and it got out of control there? Maybe they weren't the actual anything. Maybe somebody left a bunch of crap and they flipped out and just got rid of it because they didn't know what else to do with it. You know what I mean? Or maybe it got blamed on them and they ain't the ones that got rid of it. So maybe somebody stole it. There's 50,000 different. But when you have something like that, and if it is DRUGS, somebody owes somebody money and it's not $500. You know what I mean? This is something mega, and they will go to different college campuses to get kids to do this, especially too they know they're naive. But the other thing about them being naive is it's not they don't know the value of a dollar, but they don't realize something is worth as much money, and messing with somebody's money on that level is just what it is. Okay, I grew up with a brother-in-law that you did not just know that I know that you just don't mess with folks' money and family. Okay, so, and it's not just $100 or $200 there. It's more than that. And I'm not saying that's what it is. I'm saying I don't think it's somebody that stalked them that wanted to be with him that just did. I mean, I just don't. That makes no sense. So if it's not that, I don't think it's just some random, I want to hurt somebody today, let me just go do that. No. There's a meaning. Whether it's a meaning that makes any sense to us or not, whether it's something, it was in somebody's head that happened that didn't happen, there is some kind of something where somebody was hurt, pissed off, or something. And that's just all there is to that. Let's see. So I'm just trying to find out. Ask the question again. Why this is a problem? Why the root issue is going on? What started this? I didn't get a complete or clear all the way answer on exactly, and there could be multiple issues, and that's why I didn't. But what is the main cause or one of the main causes? There was a top 3 main causes. Give me the top 2, 1 or 2 main cause of why this is going on. Why? What? Okay. So I'm going to cut the deck. I cut it weird anyway. I'll just do it the way I do it. I don't know, y'all. Okay. So, let's see. And I think like I said, fix my microphone. Hopefully I'm not way low. So, okay. We have 9 of Pentacles. I'll go ahead and show and then I'll put it down. 9 of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles again. Page of Pentacles. I'm trying to remember. Did I get that for Kaylee? 5 of Swords in reverse. Oh God, sorry. Lord have mercy. Okay, and then I want to. 1, 2. Okay. Okay, so then, and I need to put this over here. Okay, 5 of Cups. So I got Page of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, 5 of Swords, 5 of Cups, and that's in reverse, and then 3 of Swords upright. So do that like that, just because like I said, y'all can look up lucid dreams. I mean, even any of them will give you the pictures. I got some pictures on them, but there's different decks. This is a starter or a learner deck or whatever. And it's the smaller ones. It's not the big, huge ones. Actually, I think I got the big ones. Okay, so we have 9 of Pentacles, abundance, luxury, self-sufficiency, self-worth, financial independence, leisure, reward, effort, success, and achievements. We have Page of Pentacles, lack of progress, immature, unachiever, missed opportunity, poor prospects, foolish, lazy, procrastinator, missed chances. We have 5 of Swords in reverse, a fair fight, peace after trouble, making amends, reconciliation, past resentment, regret, remorse, cutting loose, resolution. Okay. And Five of Cups, moving on, self-forgiveness, hope returns, recovery, overcoming grief and negativity, acceptance, finding peace, contentment. And then we have Three of Swords, heartache, emotional pain, sorrow, trauma, grief, hurt, loss, depression, unbroken. Okay, so it looks like this is something that they actually thought that they had control of. I mean, that's what it's looking to me like. And see, it still didn't. I still don't know exactly what it is, but whatever it is, they either talked to somebody or thought that they had some control over it until the end, which, you know, Three of Swords and piercing, and I mean that's even an upright, but yeah, because I mean we've got the moving on, self forgiveness. Kaylee, we know was going to move, you know. The fair fight, peace after trouble. You know, they might have some remorse or resentment or, you know, regret, but from a missed opportunity, it looks like, you know, and I'm not sure, like I said, exactly what that is. This is saying that there was abundance of money. I mean, financial. That's what I'm getting from this. So there was abundance of that. There was, you know, not a lack of. But whatever happened with this, and we may not be. I'm not going to keep on asking them because we may not supposed. That's what I get from this right now. If we were supposed to know, then we would, and it may come out in a little bit. But it had something to do with money, which it's probably it may not because it's thinking, you know, gosh, okay, we got one or two choices here. What you know. You have to look at the kids' bank accounts. I don't care if Kaylee had 20 bank accounts. I'm just saying, if she really had, which somebody posted, they posted said 12 bank accounts. What is any need for that? Why would she even think about having 12 bank accounts? Somebody had to have told her whatever. Something was going well. The abundance and then the stop of the abundance, the lack of movement, the lack of, you know, it coming in something, and then, you know, it went from there to their argument, but a fair fight, peace after trouble, or, you know, making amends, reconciliation after that happened, and, you know, these two things where they were moving on, they got through the troubled waters of whatever I thought they were, at least, and was getting some peace, and they moving on, and then bam. So whether people were telling them, hey, it's okay, whatever, and that was the message they were getting, so that one of Kaylee would come back so this could happen. I mean, that's basically common sense. That's what I'm getting. That does not mean that's exactly the way it happened. That sounds like a fair enough situation. Again, we don't know what this is about as far as exactly what the money was for, where it come from, whatever. What was going on. Like I said, I didn't get that, and I don't keep on. I just go with what I get because whatever. There's things we need to know right now. There's things we don't, and it is what it is. I may have missed it because some of these cards mean, and I don't know all the meanings of all these cards. Like when a lot of them I learned from Ashley, different one, you know, Ashley, Divine Pablo, and Alicia. That's why I only watched three of them because I like their styles and I trust what they're saying. But some of these cards could have a little bit other meaning to it too as well. That shows substances or money laundering or whatever, you know, that I missed. But I do have a strong gut feeling about what I said, you know, as far as getting that. Let's see. Devoted, emotionally mature, balanced, intuitive, compassionate, supportive, empathy. King of Cups. So, I mean, this says that they had, I mean, I just take this as they had some kind of support throughout the community, so that gives me better hope that the whole school didn't know what was going to happen. Like, I think that some of the people really believed that it was okay, but some of them didn't and knew it wasn't, you know, and it could have been that Kaylin was naive, that they weren't really involved in the actual selling or the everyday whatever of this, that they got involved only when they had to or when somebody needed them to for this or that, just small reasons to transfer, to talk, to pass a message, to whatever. You know what I mean? And it could have been something going on that they didn't realize was going on. They were just having parties and get-togethers at their house, and they were actually involved. Didn't even really know it. they found out that they were. I mean, it could be a million anything. We can speculate on that all day long. I mean, common sense tells you about what it is, about one of the three things. I don't think they were selling Disney tickets. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't think. But hey, I could be wrong about that too. And again, this is no judgment. Like, I don't feel like they were going to be losers when they grew up. I mean, I think it was a phase. If any of that was going on, it was just a phase, and it was just being young and not knowing and not realizing that innocent things, and grown folks do that, can get you in a mess. And like I said, I believe that they did find out about some other things that were going on that they just weren't okay with. I'm like, actually, there were some things that they were whatever. They were just going to let it go because you can't stop everything in the world. But they found out about some other stuff they just were not okay with, or they weren't supposed to know. And they were trying to get away from it. Period. You know, and maybe they weren't going to tell anybody. Maybe they were just scared that they were. Or I mean, I don't know. But like I said, if somebody threatens somebody's empire, it doesn't matter. Or if they feel threatened, whether they're being threatened or not, then it's relevant. And usually the one-man show is running from the main person, the main person, And when I said link, this come out, soul revealed. So that could be, and that was going to be one of my questions, actually. We were fixing to go there. That's funny that I did that. Because, yes, I'm waving at him so that way he don't come here just talking. But anyways, that's funny that I did that because I was fixing to actually go there with that. So the soul coming out is it just tells you sometimes that's the proof of the intuition thing that people don't understand sometimes. That's crazy to me. And that was, I'm not going to say it was my next question, but now I was thinking about that question already, so we'll just go there with that. This organization that is whatever with this situation, I think Alicia calls it the Eyes Wide Shut group. That's what I'm going to call them. But the people that throw the signs up in Hollywood, them, yeah. And there's actually a card in here for those type people. But anyway, I just want to know, which that kind of confirms it, the soul thing, if they have anything to do with this stuff going on, because this is so wrapped up and there's so much done in the public that's just like, oh well, we're not telling you, you got to get over it. That's what makes me think that this is some kind of demonic possession, basically, because these people are just openly like, well, we're not giving you the DNA, we're not doing this, we're not doing that. So it's weird to me. So that's where I'm going with that. Give me just a second. I'm trying to put these cards in here, but there's a lot of them. It's hard. Like, I have all but those, but I can't do the whole deck. I'll probably draw half of these. Okay, so. Oh, told you. Well, we're not using all these, but we'll do these. Oh, well, that's cute. Well, and that's, yeah. Okay, so. Yeah, you kind of just. Okay. We're going to put them down right now. So we have good guy, bad guy. That is, par for the course. Now I will tell you this: I do not believe in good and evil balancing each other out, because evil is evil and good is good. But yeah, confession, revealed, investigation. Seeing those two cards look a lot about the same, just like these good. That's so funny. Good guy, bad guy, and then this confession and investigation, and they are both like of the same background, sort of, and then good guy, bad guy. That's funny. Anyways, so confession revealed. Basically, I was asking about the Eyes Wide Shut people, the Hollywood conspiracy thing that they say is conspiracy, but it's not, because anyway, that rabbit hole. Confession revealed. So I believe that there is a good guy and a bad guy in it. Of course, we know there's going to be some good people involved in an investigation, and I think that has to do with them going back in the house right now, and that it's still investigation going on. They haven't had trial yet, so let's see what else. So sold her soul. Firearm, water supply. Basically, I'm going to use that as confirmation, but let me put this. I don't even know what y'all can see. Okay. Well, they can, but my Twitch people can, but let's put that. Well, back here where y'all can, if you want to zoom in, you can zoom in on the cards. That should be good. What is this? Did I lay that down there? Change. It's a clock, so change. Okay, I'll get to that in a second. Okay, so is the link. I'll put these in here too. The one that has sold her soul. Is that how she's being protected too? Because I'm saying she, I think it's a she. I still have no idea who it is. Egotism in reverse. I said I think it's a she. Egotism in reverse. Peacock, a male peacock. When it's upright, is very vibrant, very whatever. The female's kind of plain, and I was saying it. I thought it was a female. Egotism in reverse come out, so that confirms that. Good. See, I told y'all, it's just funny how things. Cryptocurrency, money, confirming that. Marriage, wedding in reverse, social media. Couple, cleanup. Yeah, and that one because that's, had to do with what I was asking too, basically. And Republican, and that's not in reverse. And these cards, I'm just gonna, when I get my hand to work, do them like this. So, see them? Oops. Really? There it is. Jeez. Okay. So, my fingers don't like to work a lot of times. Oh yeah, that's because that's in reverse. Okay, social media. Don't want that. Okay, there are those, these, this. Okay, and I'm gonna move these because they're in my way, and I don't have a whole lot of room. The camera don't like get everywhere here, so. So couple, social media, marriage, wedding in reverse, which is like a breakup, cleanup, exposed. So couple, couple splitting. Honestly, I mean, I say what I say. Feel Brian and the link, maybe, not like literal relationship split up, but like one of them's going down. He's gonna be the one. She's, that's just her attitude toward that right now. Social media and cleanup. So, now this cleanup could actually be cleanup reveal. This could be the cleanup of finding the other information out because the social media it's made them go back and investigate. They did not like that, like I said. I'm gonna leave these right here, and let's see. Which I still did not get my. Well, I mean, I did get it on the soul thing. So I'm not gonna ask that anymore because there's a lot that we protection that I just don't. Yeah, I ain't even call them type. Serious, nope. Because that is Lucifer's group. I mean, in my opinion. So El Diablo. I'm not good at Spanish, but El Diablo, as Alicia says. So. Now I asked, was it ERUGS, but and then I said what kind. I'm not even gonna try to find that answer because that's just crazy. That was just me being nosy, basically. That's irrelevant. If it's something that's producing a lot of financial gains, probably anything. But yeah. Were there other issues going on besides that? I was just saying operation. Was it deeper than just the substances? Was it other stuff that goes on in those groups? So what I'm going to do is not do these first. Let me do this. I will, and I'm almost done with this reading because it's done in an hour because I was talking to whoever. I'm not saying whoever in chat, the lady that was in chat talking to me. So, but we're going to take that card because it come out. I'm going to move these cards to you. And then I'm going to pick, what question did I ask you? 2 more cards out of this, and then we'll get, well, 3 more cards, because that's what I want. And then we will get, clarifier. So, we have the Fool, upright, the Fool, naive, somebody just starting out, that's what basically that means. New beginnings, innocence, not naive, but innocence, originality, fearlessness, free spirit, fresh hope, taking chances, new paths, spontaneity, and a leap of faith. So it's like when your teenager goes off to college. Like they have a whole new look at the world. Everything's perfect and all that good stuff. 2 of Wands, a choice, decision, first steps, choosing path, future planning in the dark, preparing to leave, comfort zone, should I stay or should I go? So that's making a decision about movement, Then we have the 6 of Pentacles and 9 of Swords. I'm just going to show these and I'll tell about them. Lord have mercy, if I could see this camera that I'm trying to put this up at. Let it focus for a second. It's still, okay, there we go. I still think that light might be. Okay, so the 6 of Pentacles, is giving and receiving, help, generosity, charity, sharing wealth, gratitude, support, community, material help. And then we have the 9 of Swords. And this is a card filled with anxiety, depression, sleepless nights, overthinking, fear, nightmares, paranoia, negativity, isolation, and despair. Were there other issues? Yeah, and I think that when this started, when they might have got involved in it, thinking that it wasn't that big of a deal, it's just something to, whatever, if it was moving, DRUGS, just little things that they know if they got caught, then maybe it would be, they get in trouble, or whether this was just going inside the house and then they found out about it and they're just like, got upset and it was like, never mind, whatever, the Fool, that just, like when this first started, that's what that reminds me of. Like this first starting, they didn't see they had innocence to the situation. And then we have 2 of Wands, which is they're making a decision, but they don't realize that they're making it in the dark because they don't see the light of the situation. So that was the next step, and then they decided, they would just let it go, whichever it being, whatever that was, whether it was them doing it going on in the house just on party nights, or them thinking people are just whatever. But the point is, they had an innocence to, they didn't see what it would bring, or they didn't know how big the operation actually was, or what else it involved. I don't know exactly what it involved. I just know that this answers that yes, it was bigger than just that, which that pretty much we knew. Giving, receiving. So this goes back to they were receiving something for knowing it was going, letting go, and helping it go, whatever. So they felt like they were given something and receive. Maybe it helped take some of the stress off their parents, or they didn't have to work as many hours. They could, they weren't seeing it. Oh, I'm doing something horrible. They're kids. They're young adults. You don't see things like that, especially if you've not lived a life. Even if Maddie's parents and Xana's mama, whatever, I still think they were shielded from a lot of that. They might have had some knowledge, whatever, but I still think they were shielded from a lot of it. And then the 9 of Swords, which that's where I think they were before. Right before, trying to make decisions. They had anxiety, worry, sleepless nights because they were nervous about, they knew something was going on. And it may not have been that they were talking to everybody about it. It may have been they hadn't talked to nobody, but then they mentioned it to certain people trying to figure out how to fix it, how to make it stop, or whatever. And you find out it's a brutal circle. that people don't want stopped, and that's exactly why everybody is hush and everything is sealed. Because when it runs, when that, and I'm not being mean, but when that town runs on dirty money, the whole town, you can't let anybody in to see because it will shut the town down. You're not paying taxes on dirty money. I mean, that's just, there's a lot of entities that people don't understand. They just think, oh, well, whatever, or just think, oh, I know it's something bigger, but then don't realize every detail. But money laundering is money laundering, and that goes with any pushing of anything you do, whether you're, it always ends up being that. And money is big things to people, and people will take your life over their money. Sometimes for $1 even, but I'm sure this whole operation had. I mean, you can look anywhere, and it will tell you Idaho is one of the places that is traveled through. It's a hub. So in Washington, you can look at all the stuff that goes on in Washington. Pullman right there. Oh my God! I mean, there's weird stuff, and now that we know this stuff, and I've looked up what goes on in Washington, and then look at the Moscow police roll thing. There's stuff they don't even take reports half the time. I mean, there was somebody. One of the girls thought there was somebody at one of the frat houses. They go through this whole thing and said there's no need for a report. They didn't even make a report. Like what? So it just sounds to me, and the two, they're just out in the public being that dirty, and they've got away with it so much that they did not realize that they were just outing themselves like that, and now they're having to backtrack, and I mean, there's just almost no way, and that's why it all looks stupid to us. The folks that are saying it don't pay attention to it. They're just watching Nancy Grace or Jennifer Kovendock or whatever. They just making stuff up because they just get paid to go right along with the media narrative. It wouldn't even be bad if they weren't just repeating stuff that they know is not true about somebody. Even if he was the person that did it by himself, like, you can't just call him a loner just because, yeah, I mean, if you don't know that, that's stupid. So, anyway, like I said, I think we know his name for a reason. I don't know. I can't get a clear thing of what I think about him because they made him up so much in the media that I can't see anything but a monster. Like, not a monster, but like somebody that's weird that may do something like that. I can't get any other picture of him, so I don't judge him that way because it's not fair. Because I judge him off of the echoes in my head of what they said, and that's the danger with mainstream media. So I'm having a hard time looking at him freshly. There's a lot of people that said they don't think he could have been framed up, you know what I mean? Like, there's something going on. I don't think he did it by himself, no, by any means do I think that. Did they stand in line to get killed? I mean, or unalived, whatever they want to say on YouTube. That's so stupid. But anyways, did they stand there waiting their turn if one person was doing it? What sense does that make? They were not all asleep. We know Xana didn't want to sleep, so they just stood there waiting in line. What? I mean, have y'all seen Ethan? That's ridiculous. Ridiculous. I mean, even if he was a little messed up, like, it's still, no. Because you know what happens? You get straight sober when your stomach drops like that and you figure out something that's going on. Let police lights get behind you. You'll see. Anything that could be wrong is not anymore. So that don't make any sense to me. I don't know why the prosecution they should have made, the reason they did that is because they figured it didn't matter. No, I do not think that was his car we saw, and yes, I think that black SUV on Linda Lane has something to do with it. Now, I don't know about all that chatter or whatever was going on, or them screams. Look, and if anybody was morbid enough to, oh God, I don't even want to hear him anymore. It's not that I don't care, but if you're morbid enough to make up something that's not real, then that's sicker. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the vehicle. That vehicle was that's weird. There's something going on with that. We're worried about a car that's not even the right year, that I don't even know what they're talking about, and there's this going on. That's the stuff I'm talking about. So that's what made me know that soul thing, that it's not the mafia or the whatever, the cartel, but it is an organization that has plagued our Hollywood, but it's the devil's organization basically. But that is what I'm doing my next thing on was the Shriners Club. My mama, our hospital, my mom always told me the men were evil. Like they do what they do for children's hospitals, but they're really not, and they actually are. So now, yes, they have saved children, and so is St. Jude. You know what I mean? That's their front though. But I'm gonna get into that. I'm gonna end this one because I've been on here for an hour, and I enjoyed talking to the people that was in chat earlier. So those were the main issues I wanted to know. They're probably not really, I'm not going to say they're not important, but it was just questions I had, and I'm sure maybe somebody else had it, so whatever. I will put the timestamps in here. I'm going to do it like an hour on end, or about catch my next live or right now, then I will see you tomorrow or later. I'm probably going to do a couple more just because I want to go ahead and get these videos out. But with that, y'all have a good night and see you later.